Hello, it's JANG here with a look at a LEGO Elves set. This is Azari and the Magical Bakery. Comes with 324 pieces. This set includes Azari Fire Dancer there, her small pet or companion fox who's called Flammy or Flamey, and then this here is Johnny Baker, and we'll look at all of these figures separately later on. First, let's look at the approach from the outside, and you'll notice there's a magical mushroom here with the glitter. It's all embedded into its transparent purple top. You have a very nice kind of wrought iron looking sign with the sticker on one side, and it also has a sticker on the other side. Notice you get some foliage pieces in this set that are in lime green, very bright. There are some gold accents around here. You know, just a very regal looking thing, but it's also pretty colorful at the same time. So it's kind of a combination of some muted tones and some very bright tones together. Out front here, you've got the spot where you can sit two characters down to have some food or some treats in this case. There's also a backpack there which has a gem or two inside of it. There's a little bit of the menu against the door there, and this is kind of the ordering and pickup window if you want to order some food to go. Notice this very nice gold piece down here, kind of a fence style of piece, very ornate, and you can see some sort of elven sandwich there and also a croissant. Outside here to the side you've got the lava flow, and there are some crystals coming up from there in the transparent dark pink color, and this is where a magical key is actually going to be found, because you're going to need to use some of those fire dancer powers to stop the lava flow, and when that's done it will reveal this magical key, one of a number of them that are required to combine together forces to open up the portal to let the main protagonist of the series, the human, get back to the normal human world. So this is one of the keys here. You can see how that's shaped, but we'll just keep that hidden away for now. You'll notice up on the top of the hill, or kind of a miniaturized representation of a mountain here, you also have a nice old tree with some very beautiful colored foliage and some light lavender colored little flower pieces on it as well. The back of this is being used as an oven. That's a really smart thing, to use the natural heating power of an active volcano. Hopefully it's well controlled here, and they give you a nice little feature where you can take this board, put a piece of bread on it, and you can put that right through there. So you can place it in there, it becomes an oven, it heats up, and then it's going to come out on the other side, and when you're done then it's going to be cooked. It doesn't actually transform at all, but that's just kind of how you can look at that. And then here's the inside of the bakery, which shows you this nice little table with a mixing bowl here. This is a relatively new piece. They first introduced this last year, but we get it here in the silver color. This is just some dough that's been rolled out by a roller. This is a roller design that they've used previously, but it also looks very good. I think they could use an additional pin on the other side of there too, to kind of even that up a little bit. But the most interesting thing here to me is the inclusion of this tan Technic ball piece, which is also used as some dough that's just not rolled out in this case. So it's just a regular old Technic ball piece in the tan color, very useful. You've got a little seasoning area over here with some different seasonings and a jar, and you can see that some cookies have been made. There's also a baker's cap there that can be used by your baker figure, and this is the main door, which is going to open inward. So when you come in, it's going to be looking like that. I think that's a smart choice, having that open inward. It just kind of looks a little bit better that way, helps to fill up some of the space. Now incidentally, with what I was talking about with this rolling pin, you do get an extra one of these just as an extra piece in the set. So if you want to kind of close that up, you can just bring these two together, and then see, it just makes it more symmetrical. It's also going to stay in place better like that. Here's a closer look at the people in the set with Azari and Johnny and Flamey. I'm just going to call the fox Flamey, not Flammy. Now, as of the time of the recording of this video, LEGO has not made live their full LEGO Elves official website, so I don't know if Johnny Baker is really the true final name. I got that off of Lego Wiki, which supposedly got it from a Lego official description, but it just seems a little bit suspect to me, given that he doesn't seem to have an elven name, even though he is an elf himself, I believe. And Baker being his last name when he's a baker, that just seems a little bit too obvious to me. But if that is the official name, it's just going to have to go down as being something weird. If it's not the official name, then my apologies, and I look forward to finding out what is the correct name. Now notice Azari has kind of a map here, but it's more of a set of clues, because she's going around trying to find all of these keys, and she doesn't know exactly where they are. The map doesn't show exactly where they're going to be, so she needs to kind of figure out how to even uncover the one that's hidden in the lava fall there. Really nice design on this character. Notice the double layers to the skirt. She's also got the multiple colors, kind of the gradient with the hair color in the back. This one's better than the last one that I got from a different set. You can attach some sort of accessory to the back of the head for the baker character here. You can also attach an accessory to the top of the head here. With the fox, you get some interesting print that goes down the back and onto the tail. That's very nice. And you can put an accessory onto the tail there. If you've got something from like the Friends or Disney Princesses line, those are all compatible. I really like this fox though. It's kind of a fire fox, right? I mean, if you just kind of take it literally. They don't call it a fire fox, but it's aligned with the fire elves and the fire elements. I think that's just a really cool thing. One last thing is that I wanted to show you the baker figure with the baker's cap. So this is kind of scary when you take the hair off. Kind of looks weird, but let's quickly put this cap back on and just see what that looks like. Well, it does still kind of look like he's bald there, you know, because so much of the hair is supposed to come down the sides and the back. So that's a little bit awkward, but you can set it up that way if you want to, and my apologies for a little bit of dust on there. So this is a set that looks very nice, and I feel like it adds some useful utility to the Elves universe. You know, it's a place to get food. You can go there, you can get food and you can eat there, or you can just get food and take it on the road with you. I think that those are both good things. They are important to any kind of living universe where it's not just specific quest related things going on. You know, you can just do regular stuff. You can just come here and chill, just hang out. It does have that important quest related item there, and the action and the whole idea of finding one of the magical keys here. I think it's integrated fairly well. I very much like the idea of the oven that goes through the mountain or the hill there with the lava falls on it. That's really smart. But I almost feel like it's a little bit too convenient that you could find the key so close. You know, it's just right here and it wouldn't have been seen earlier. This is a case where I feel like they could have separated out the two sections. They could have had the oven section and the hillside section separate from the bakery. But ultimately it all comes together pretty well. You know, the hill does form kind of one wall to the back of the bakery, so that kind of makes some sense there. You know, there are different ways that could have gone, and that's a subjective thing anyhow. Overall, this is not my personal favorite of the Elves sets so far, but I think that for what it is definitely done well. Let me know what you think about this set. If you have any thoughts that you would like to share with myself and the other viewers, it's always great to see more feedback from different people who come from different perspectives and have different opinions. So please do share your thoughts in the comments. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. I hope that it showed everything that you wanted to see about this set, and I hope that you'll come back for more, because more of my videos are on the way very soon. Catch you later.